June 1st, 1926. In the heart of Los Angeles, a child named Norma Jeane Mortenson was born, a child who would eventually become the most recognizable face on the planet. Today, in 2026, we celebrate what would have been Marilyn Monroe's 100th birthday. For decades, the name Marilyn has been synonymous with Hollywood glamour, but her story was far more complex than the silver screen suggested. She was a woman who fought to be taken seriously as an actress, founding her own production company when the studio system told her she was only meant to be a blonde bombshell. She was sharp, she was deeply insecure, and she was perhaps the most misunderstood figure in American history. However, the fame she earned came at a cost. The final chapter of her life closed on the night of August 4th, 1962, in a quiet home in Brentwood, California. The official account is well known. The discovery of her body by her housekeeper, Eunice Murray, the arrival of her psychiatrist, Dr. Ralph Green's son, and the eventual ruling by the Los Angeles coroner's office, probable suicide by barbiturate poisoning. But even as the police files were closed, the whispers began. Why were there discrepancies in the timeline provided by those closest to her? Why were certain phone logs missing? And how could such a lethal dose be found in her system without the expected physical residue in her stomach? For 64 years, these questions have simmered, turning a tragic death into a global enigma. The theories that have emerged are as numerous as they are dramatic. Some point to an accidental overdose, an unfortunate end to a struggle with medication. Others, however, lean into the shadows of the era. They talk of her proximity to the most powerful men in the country, the Kennedy brothers, and suggest a cover-up designed to protect political reputations. In 1982, a threshold investigation was conducted to see if the case needed to be reopened. The conclusion remained unchanged. No credible evidence of foul play. Yet, the public refuses to move on. We are captivated by the idea of missing diaries, the hotline conspiracies, and the belief that the truth was buried to protect someone else. Every piece of evidence, from the empty pill bottles to the final known phone calls, is still analyzed by fans and historians alike, searching for a clarity that the 1962 investigation never provided. As we reflect on her life 100 years after her birth, we must ask, does the mystery of her death matter more than the brilliance of her life? Marilyn Monroe changed the way we look at celebrity. She showed us the fragility behind the fame and the immense pressure of living under a constant spotlight. Today, she isn't just a face on a poster. She is a case study of how a human being can be consumed by their own persona. Whether we ever solve the mystery is perhaps less important than remembering the woman who, despite all the systems built against her, left an indelible mark on our culture. She was a star that burned brighter than any other, and even a century later, we are still watching that light. Happy 100th birthday, Marilyn. The world still hasn't forgotten.